I don't
Yes,
have a job, so
yeah,
I've
Mr.
been
Wright.
making like $5 here, 10, so but
Yeah,
it
okay.
incurred interest.
This is kind of a pro forma motion. Basically, he's lost his job through no fault of his own. The presumption is it's no fault of his own if he's on unemployment. So this goes to the front of the court, and we'll send it to the front of the court for a child support review. Mr. Wright, when did you lose the job?
They walked me out the door December 8th, and then I was officially fired December 15th, sir.
Okay, I can go back as far as February 1st. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll do that. And Miss Roy, any questions? I didn't get a response or anything. It was just kind of.
We sent in a response. Actually, my attorney was supposed to be here too.
Okay.
She sent in a response because this was actually supposed to just be because I had asked just for a bill that was incurred outside of insurance, and then he filed
that
this.
That goes through. Yeah, that goes.
Yep, that was through front of the court.
Yeah,
and
that goes through a separate method and is a separate hearing because they have a department that does that makes sure one that because ordinary medical's already in this. They take out the whatever $400 up front, and then they figure out if it's been paid and if what the insurance has paid and what the insurance hasn't. And they come up with a number based on
and then I filed the form through front of the court for anything that went over that, and then they said to send it to Mr. Wright and then wait for his response with 21 days, and then instead I got this motion.
Again, you guys can no, this motion should have been brought probably in January. I'm assuming Mr. Wright figured he could find a job quicker because with an unemployment rate of about 3.5%, give or take, everybody right now can generally walk into other jobs. It's not that I don't know I forgot what you do, Mr. Wright. I know it was at Parago, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I've got 21 years of high-low experience.
Yeah, I thought you've been a pretty stable employee, so this is one of those that it happens.
Yeah.
So, but the child support issue, Ms. Roy, should have been brought because I can only go back so far once the motion's filed. Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I do have Ms. Roy's attorney here now.
Oh, bring her in. I'm sorry, everything was done in pro per when you showed up in pro per. Surprise, welcome.
Good morning. How are you?
Amanda mentioned something about you being on the case, but I didn't let her talk until I'd already kind of made a ruling because this one's a simple one because he lost it. Well, he lost his job and he's on unemployment. So the presumption is that he lost his job through no fault of his own. Therefore, we send it to the front of the court. And hopefully what happens is in the interim between when I send it to the front of the court and they actually meet with you, you find a new job. That's the hope. So, but he's always been a stable employee from everything that I've seen on the record. So this seems to be an anomaly. So we'll send it to the front of the court, and this is just a child support issue. I'm going to start it on February 1st.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Fries, any questions?
Well, I do have a question in regards to what we had requested in regards to payments of medical expenses.
I never received that request.
That's a matter that's already being handled through front of the court.
Well, and what I would say, Ms. Fries, is have it go through the front of the court if they are not in agreement, because the front of the court then vets it.
Right, but these there was a response that I filed with the court, but these were expenses that he's not paid from years. They were ordered a year and a half ago.
Well, that's a motion that's separate. That's not a response.
Okay.
So you might have to file that separately, and there may have to be a hearing on that. And the court only goes back so far. Now how much are the medical? Let me give some guidance here and see what I can do to avoid things. How much is the total?
So I put it in the motion. I'm concerned you didn't get it.
Which I didn't get. So give me an approximate.
I think they're approximately $2,150 that he was supposed to pay 90% of for ortho.
It was $2,043 that I incurred while unemployed as well, and his portion would be.
All right. Let me finish with the explanation. Orthodontia is not considered ordinary medical.
Correct.
So that goes automatically by the percentage.
Correct.
But typically what happens is you'll need an order that puts that into an arrearage because that's how the court collects it. Which means it would only be collected. It would only be collected by $40 or $50 a month until paid off.
Which is fine. That's all I was asking. I put in the form in front of the court.
We can take a look at that, Mr. Wright. Take a look at that. Orthodontia is not ordinary medical, so I don't get to back out the ordinary medical expense that you pay yearly. What else? You said it was years. How many years?
Well, it was 2023 is when we started the process, but she's been they're still incurring because she's
okay.
Yeah.
That's not. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still paying it.
How much is still owed?
I'm actually still paying it right now, like making payments on that $2,043.
Okay,
so,
that's not what I asked. I asked how much is still owed.
The entire $2,043. Yeah.
So you're making really minimal payments.
Yeah.
Your Honor.
I don't have a job, so
yeah, Mr.
I've been
Wright?
making like $5 here, 10. So, but it incurred interest, so now it's back up to 20.
Mr. Wright.
This is already a matter that's been turned over to front of the court, and I'm not prepared to discuss this matter.
I was just trying to give you some guidance to see if you guys could figure this out on your own without having the court interfere. That's all I'm trying to do. If I can keep you guys from court, I'm going to try to. And sometimes I find on motion mornings, even though I go outside the parameter of the motion before me, sometimes I can give guidance to some people and they follow that guidance and they don't have to come back to court. Follow the process if you need to. But that's all I was doing. I was not making a ruling on this morning, Mr. Wright.
Yes, sir.
So that you're right. It's not before the court. It would need to be a separate motion with a separate response to it. But it should go through the front of the court and they will set it up. And that way you can almost guarantee what's owed.
Exactly.
Right. Ms. Fries?
I don't have anything else to say.
Neither do I then. It was good. It was. I will say this, and this might maybe surprise some people. It's good to see you all three of you. It's nice to see you're healthy and doing well. You take care of yourself. Like I said, I'm here to do my job, whatever that may be.
Have a good weekend.
You too. Take care, everybody.
Thanks. Bye.